Hey everyone, Coach Leah here. Excited to do some yoga with you again. Let's come to our backs and just rest comfortably. Legs out in front of you, arms at your side, palms facing up. Let's not change your breathing just yet. Inhale through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. If you were privileged to hear Carrie Walsh Jennings on the recent Zoom call, she mentioned something that really resonated with me. Bring a hand to your belly and another hand to your heart to just feel your natural flowing breath, your belly expanding with your inhales and contracting with your exhales. Carrie said how important it was in moments of stress or competition, such as our volleyball games and practices, how important it was to be able to find our breath and come back to that. And that's what's so exciting to me, to be able to gel yoga and volleyball together, because this is what yoga does for us. It helps us come back and find calmness on the court. It's so important to train our mental game as well as our physical. So let's get started. If you've done my previous training videos, it might be helpful to go back and refresh, only because this current video might go a little bit faster, so I won't give you as many cues as far as our vinyasa series, the high plank to chaturanga to up dog and down dog. So I might just kind of say those phrases. So you might want to know what you're getting into. So let's get started. Inhale and come into a spinal twist on your right, turning your head and neck to the left and extending your left arm out to the side. We did this in our previous one. Good stretch for the IT band and the glutes to get started with. Start sealing your lips here and breathing your yoga breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out of your nose as well. Really pulling down on your knees here to get a deeper stretch, if that's available to. If not, no worries. Just enjoy the stillness here before we get our bodies moving. Inhale, knees back through center. Exhale to spinal twist on the left. Turning your head and neck to the right and extending your right arm out into a T or field goal arms if you like. And pulling down on your knees with your left arm. Inhale your knees back through center. Give them a big hug, a big squeeze. And start just working out your lower back with some small circles, counterclockwise, clockwise, whichever suits you. Just warming up our body here before we get moving. Keeping our lips sealed. Inhaling and exhaling through our nose. Plant our feet. We're going to go into a gentle bridge, clasping our hands beneath our lower back and lifting our hips up to the sky, rocking and rolling our shoulders underneath us, engaging our glutes and our core. Breathe here. Exhale, slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Pull those knees in for one last hug. Let's rock and roll slowly forward, crossing our ankles. We're going to come into high plank. Keeping our wrists underneath our shoulders, looking forward. Really engaging our core here and our glutes. Bringing our belly button into our spine. Really concentrating on our breathing here, trying not to open up our mouths here if you can. On an exhale, bend your knees, come to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your head and heart, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, stand up, circle arms overhead, look up. Exhale, pull your palms through heart center and rest them at your side. Inhale, circle arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs, flat back. Inhale, head and heart. Exhale, step or jump to the back of your mat and lower halfway down into Chaturanga. Inhale, pull your body forward and up into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips into downward facing dog. This is where we stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. First time here, I like to walk my dog out and really stretch through my calf muscles. Lifting our hips high, looking up towards our belly button, spreading our fingers. Let's walk our feet off our mat and our hands back towards our feet. Let's open up our back body here and just hang our back heavy, touching our mat, or we can bind opposite elbows here if we'd like. Whatever feels best for you at this moment. It's a great stretch. I love to do this before practice and after. Standing forward fold. Bring your feet back onto your mat and walk your hands to the front. Get back into downward facing dog, looking up towards your belly button. Take an inhale here. Another exhale. Bend your knees, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your head and heart, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, circle arms overhead. Exhale, pull your palms down to your side. Inhale, stand up, circle arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump to the back of your mat and lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, lift your hips to downward facing dog. Inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to three-legged dog. We're going to flip this over. Inhale, lift your hips, extending your right arm. Take an inhale here. We're going to exhale and come directly into Warrior One. Plant that back foot, extending your arms overhead. Make sure you turn your hips facing the front of your mat. Exhale, take the bind behind your lower back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold in on the inside of your right knee. Big shoulder opener here. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant your hands around your front foot. Lunge twist, extending your right arm up to the sky. Look past your fingertips. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back to the back of your mat and lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Flip this dog over, lower your hips. Inhale, lift your hips, extend your left arm over. On an exhale, come into Warrior One. Extend those arms overhead, hips facing the front of your mat. Lunge deeply. Exhale, take the bind behind your lower back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Humble warrior, bringing your arms off your lower back. On an exhale, you're going to plant your hands around your front foot. Lunge twisting your left arm up into the sky, looking past your fingertips, coming up on your back toes. Bring your foot to the back of your mat and lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhaling to downward facing dog, your vinyasa series. Take a few breaths here, keeping your lips sealed. Come back to your breath at all times. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, circle arms overhead. And exhale, palms to your side. Let's take that again. Inhale, circle arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump to the back of your mat and lower halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to three-legged dog. Flip this dog over. Lower your seat. Inhale your hips. Exhale, coming up into Warrior One. Turn and plant your back foot, lifting your arms overhead. Take your bind, open up your shoulders. Exhale, fold forward for humble warrior. Take an inhale. Now exhale, plant your hands, coming into lunge twist, extending your right arm up. Plant your hands, step your foot back, and lower to Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Left side now. We're going to inhale to left leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, flipping our dog over. Inhale, lifting our hips, extending our arm. Exhaling back into warrior A, Lunging deep into our left knee. Taking our bind, looking up, inhaling, and exhaling, folding forward. Shoulder openers. So great for volleyball players. Planting our hands around our feet, lunge twist, lifting our left arm up into the sky. Planting our hand around our foot, stepping our feet back to meet the other one, and lowering down to Chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog, and exhaling to downward facing dog. Taking 3 to 5 breaths in downward facing dog, looking up towards our belly button, spreading our fingers wide, reaching our heels towards the earth. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, circle arms overhead, and exhale, drop your arms. Inhale, circle arms overhead, lower your seat, lower your hips, and keep your arms up alongside your ears into chair posture. Big toes touching, knees touching. It's a good volleyball posture because it's working the muscles that you work on the court. Sink a little bit lower if you can. Bring your palms to heart center, stepping your right foot back into warrior 2, arms out in T. Dropping our left arm, coming into reverse side angle. Flip that into extended side angle. Switch it again to reverse. Bringing palms to heart center, coming up on our back toes, hooking our right elbow into our left knee, prayer twist. Exhale, look down, bringing our left fingertips to the front of our mat, coming into half moon, extending our right fingers up to the sky, looking up. Exhale, look down, knee to nose, standing splits, coming back into half moon, extending your right arm up, really opening up our shoulders here. Gently step back into warrior 2 again. Arms out in T, lunging deep into that left knee. Reverse side angle here one last time. Preparing for triangle pose, straighten your left knee, hinging from your hips, dropping your left arm down to the mat, and extend your right arm up. You should really feel this in your back hamstrings. It's a great stretch. Exhale, look down. Coming up on your back toes, lunge twist. We've been here before, extending your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, look down, reverse side plank, feet in the back, on the back of your mat, right arm up to the sky. You can also lower your knee to the ground here to modify, but either way, lifting your hips high up, engaging your core here. Bring both feet to the back of your mat and lower down to Chaturanga. Through your vinyasa series to up dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. We're going to go through this on the left side here. Come back to your breath if you've lost it, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Taking 3 to 5 breaths here in downward facing dog. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, circle arms overhead. Exhale, palms through heart center and drop them at your sides. Inhale, circle arms up, lower your seat, lower your hips. Bring your arms up past your ears, biceps at your ears into chair posture. Big knees Big toes touching, knees touching. Lower, a little bit lower if you can. Palms to heart center, stepping your left foot back into warrior two, arms open into T, lunging deep into your right knee. Dropping your left arm back into reverse side angle, coming into extended side angle where you drop your forearm onto your right knee. Looking up, exhale to reverse side angle again. Palms to heart center, coming into prayer twist, coming up on your back toes, hooking your left elbow onto your right knee, looking up past your shoulder. Exhale, look down, coming into half moon on the left-hand side, right fingertips to the top of your mat, looking up past your left fingertips. Exhale, look down, standing splits, knee to nose, back into half moon, trying to stack your shoulders here and open up your chest as wide as you can. Slowly lower that back foot down into warrior two again, looking up out past your middle finger. Reverse side angle one more time. Preparing for triangle. Straighten your right knee, hinging from your hips. Lower your right fingertips down to the mat and extend your left arm up to the sky, looking up. Open up those hamstrings. Exhale, look down. Step your lunge twist first. Right arm up to the sky. Ring out that spine. Step your right foot back to meet your left, and now it's reverse side plank. Lifting your hips up to the sky. Always modify here if you need. Lowering halfway down, elbows in by your ribs to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. We're going to lower here into child's pose, spreading your knees wide, forehead to your mat, and extending your arms out in front of you. Just come back to your breath if you've lost it here, keeping your lips sealed, inhaling through your nose. Just take a rest here. Come back to your breath because that's the most important part. Big toes touching, knees wide so your belly can drop in between your thighs. Come up into table posture, wrists underneath your shoulders. We're going to take some cat-cows here and work out our spine here. Drop your belly, look up into cow, round your spine, chin to chest into cat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin. Inhale to cow, look up. Exhale, round your spine and cat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Bring your right foot up in between your hands into a hurdler stretch. Grab your toes and pull back. This is a great stretch for your hamstrings. Pull back, sink your hips down to the earth. Bring your right foot back and switch legs, pulling your left foot up in between your arms, pulling back on your toes. Come to a standing posture at the front of your mat. Just so you can see me, I'm going to change positions here, but we're going to work on a simple balancing posture here called tree, which I'm sure you guys have heard of before. Bring your foot to your inner calf or your inner thigh. Just don't rest it on your knee here. You can have your hands at your heart center or out in field goal, or you can raise them above your head. We call these your branches. Just a funny yoga term. But whatever you do, just find a drishti. In yoga, it's called drishti, but it's gazeless gaze. Find something that's not moving to help you with your balance. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and slowly lower your hips down. And if you fall out of it like I just did, just laugh at yourself and come back to it. This is called gentleman's squat. Slowly lower your hips down as low as you can go. Keeping something in front of you that's not moving, that'll help with your balancing. Let's switch sides, shake it out. Left foot to your calf or your inner thigh. Really working on pulling your knee out and your hips open. Extending your branches above you, whatever variation you like. Keep breathing here and engaging your core. Core is so important for balance postures. Crossing your ankle over your knee here for gentleman's squat, and slowly lower down. Use those hip muscles. Stand up, shake out that left leg, and come to a seated posture on your mat. We're going to do a seated wide leg forward fold to actually stretch out those hips a little bit. Bring your feet together. Take a deep breath, inhale, sit up wide. But I want you to hinge from your hips. Don't just round your spine. You should feel this in your hips and glutes. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can push down on your knees and your legs. And at the same time, be pulling on your feet, so you're pulling them in towards your chest. It's a great stretch to open up your hips. Slowly lower down, guys. On your backs, on your mat. We're going to do one simple inversion. I think we did this in our first session together. It's called candlestick. Keep your feet directly above your hips. Gets blood flowing in the opposite direction, which is so vital. We're going to add something to it, though, to floss our sciatic nerves in both legs. We're going to flex our feet forward and back a few times. Keeping our hands flat on our mat next to our hips. Again, make sure they are directly above our hips. That engages our lower abdominal muscles as well. Bring our knees into our chest. Give them one last hug. And then extend our legs long, feet to the corners of our mat, our palms facing up. This is our final resting posture of Shavasana. Like I told you before, you can stay here for as long as you want and come back to our natural breath, inhaling through our nose and taking a big exhale out of our mouth. You can stay here for as long as you like, if 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But thank you for joining me today. I love having you guys around. I hope you're enjoying quarantine and training with different various measures. Hope to see you soon. See you guys. we're going to hook our right elbow onto our left knee, coming up on our back toes, into prayer twist. Wring out that spine. Planting our left fingertips to the top of the mat into half moon, looking up past our right. I am so sorry.